Let's make some Jamaican rice and peas from the beautiful Cayman Islands. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we're going to make this wonderful recipe for rice and peas, which is a common local side dish. We found Sweet and Savory Cafe when we were looking for a vegan breakfast, and they happen to have a really wonderful vegan breakfast menu. So Chef Shane and Sam Parish are the owners of Sweet and Savory, and they were so kind and welcoming, and when we told them about the show, they offered to show me how to make an authentic rice and peas. And their version is delicious, so of course I had to say yes. They also showed me some other recipes that will be coming soon on the show. If you want to check out their restaurant on Instagram, we'll leave a link in the description below. And before we jump in, all of our pantry ingredients today are from our partner Essential Organics, who carry over 600 organic products. And if you want to check them out, you can use the code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout for 10% off of your order. Before you start this recipe, you're going to need to soak your beans, and that's if you're cooking them from dry beans. This is just a regular red bean, but you could also use a kidney bean or even a pigeon pea. That will work great. I soaked them for 24 hours and then I drained them and rinsed them, and those are going to go into the pot first because we need to get those cooking before we go on to the other parts of the recipe. But we're also going to cook some savory things in there so that the beans will have some flavor. So we're going to start with 2 cloves of garlic, finely minced, and 2 teaspoons of minced ginger. We're also using allspice berries. If you see just these seed pods like this, you can find these at the grocery store, but if you can't, you can also get ground allspice in the little container. But check that label to make sure it's actually allspice, because sometimes allspice is labeled as a mixture of spices like clove and cinnamon. You want the actual allspice, and you would use 1/4 of a tablespoon or 1/4 of a teaspoon, sorry. But this is 5 allspice berries. We're going in there, and I'm going to put just a teeny bit of water because we're not using oil to saute these. And you're going to let that cook for just a couple minutes just to kind of cook the rawness out of it. Okay, now our beans go in. So just toss in your beans with 5 cups of water. If you're not using cooked beans, you can just use like 1 can of beans that are already rinsed and drained. But go ahead and cook your garlic and the ginger first, and then add the beans in the next step. So now we're going to cook our dry beans. We're going to cover them with a lid, bring them up to a boil, and then back down to just a simmer. And you're just going to cook them as long as it takes to get them soft. These beans took about an hour, but some beans only take a half an hour, so you're just going to have to watch them and check them. And what you want to do is just smush them with your fingers a little bit, and if they smush pretty easily, but they feel kind of firm, that's perfect. While those beans are cooking, I want to take a moment to give a huge thank you out to our supporting membership community. Your support makes this weekly show, along with all of our free recipes, possible. So if you want to join us, follow the link in the description to support our work today. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. Okay, so now that our beans are done, I drained off that liquid, but you want to save the liquid because we have to recalculate how much liquid is going to go in with the rice. So I've got 1.5 cups of rice here that I already rinsed. It's going in the pan. Then 2 spring onions or scallions chopped. 1 bunch of thyme, and I always like to tie them together in a little bunch so they're easier to pull out in the end. 1 tablespoon of a low sodium tamari. And then we have our liquids here. So this is 1 can of coconut milk, and then the liquid that I drained off of the beans. And in total, because we have 1.5 cups of rice, we want 2 3/4 cups of liquid. So the coconut milk is about 1.5 cups, and then the rest will be your liquid from your beans. And if there's not enough liquid from the beans, you can just add water. That's fine too. So we're gonna put those in there. And if you want to reduce the fat, you could do a light coconut milk in here. That will also work. And then in the end, our final ingredient is a Scotch bonnet pepper. And you know it's a Scotch bonnet because it has this little skirt thing right here. If you can't find a Scotch bonnet, you could also use a habanero. And you're just going to put the whole thing in there. Don't puncture it, don't slice it, anything. We're really just trying to get the flavor from it. So as it's steeping in that liquid, the flavor of the pepper is going to come out, and it's not going to be scalding hot. If you cut it, this is going to be too hot. So we're going to stick that in there, give it a little stir. And we're going to raise that up to a boil and then lower it to low and put a lid on it and cook it for 20 minutes or until the rice is done cooking. Okay, we are ready. So we're going to take the lid off. And all we have to do is take that pepper out, so take the Scotch bonnet out, and then take our little bundle of thyme out. And then all you need to do is fluff it a bit. And that is it. So I'm gonna let this cool for a few minutes and then I'll meet you at the table for a taste. All right, guys, it's time for a taste. If you wanna come in for a closer look, it smells so delicious. All right, so I'm ready to dig in. Get a little there. And I like to put a little bit of chopped spring onion on mine, just for a little freshness. Here we go. That coconut milk makes it so silky. And the tastes are just very subtle, but it's so comforting and so filling. You are gonna love it. Come on back next week for another great recipe.